Hello pilots of the internet and welcome to Foldable Flight. Now as you can tell by the weird lighting and the blank wall behind me, I am in a new space and I wanted to rush this video out to you before I could even get my studio perfectly set up because I have an awesome plane for you. And this is called Ranseur. Now, as you can see, Ranseur is an exceptional looking paper airplane. I mean, this thing is wicked, and it actually flies quite well too, and even better yet, it's really not that hard to fold. There's only one fairly difficult step in this whole process, and I think most of you watching this video are capable of folding this plane. Now, I do intend to design a template for it at some point, but because I'm rushing this video out to you, I haven't yet finished the template. So keep an eye out for another video on the channel in the future that will feature both this plane and its template. And with that out of the way, let's see this plane in flight, and then I'll teach you how to fold it. All you will need in order to fold this plane is an 8.5 by 11 or A4 sheet of paper, and we will begin by folding the right edge to the left edge. Once you've done that, go ahead and open your paper back up, and we'll now fold this edge into the center, but you want to leave a bit of a gap. So I like to land my edge parallel to that center crease, but I leave a gap about this size, and then I'll go ahead and fold the other side to match, and I just estimate trying to make my gap the same size on both sides, and again this edge here parallel to the center crease. Okay, and the next step is to fold this edge here in to land on this edge here, not to the center crease. And I'm trying very hard to control that layer as I close this up, like so. And now I'll do the same thing on the other side. And now in our next step, we're going to fold a horizontal crease going right through these little corners here where this angle meets that vertical edge. And so I'm just kind of placing my thumb right there, locating where I want to put the crease, and I'm folding down. If you're using A4, you'll be able to line your center crease up, but with 8.5 by 11, you need to flip it over. And before making your crease, make sure that this line here lines up with the center crease on that side there. And then you can make your crease. Okay, and now I'll go ahead and actually unfold that, and I'm going to now fold this edge in to this edge here. And now I'll go ahead and fold this edge in to that edge. And your plane should look like this. Now you'll see we have this crease on the opposite side, and I want to fold down using that crease. So I'm not making a new crease on this side of the paper at all, but it will make a new crease here and here. Again, make sure that your center crease is lined up as you do that before you make this nice and firm. And now your paper should look like this, and we're going to perform a swivel fold. So I'm just dealing with these top layers right here. I'm not going to swivel this layer. And what I'm doing is I'm swinging forward using this crease that I just made as a hinge. And I'm going to crease essentially from this point right here down to the point where my center crease intersects the back edge. So I'll be creating a crease that runs right like that. By pulling this forward, and I just pull this whole section over right until I get to that point where I can see my center crease. And then I will make that crease like so. And then I can flatten this whole bulge here, just like that. And now I will fold the section of this layer here that crosses my center crease back across the center crease, just like this. Okay, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. So now I'm pulling forward on this horizontal line right here, and then creasing from this point right there to that point right there by pulling it here and kind of just flattening it like so. And I want to line this whole side up here with the other wing of my plane. And I can make sure to flatten this out nicely as well. And now I'll fold this back across the center, just like I did the other side. Now we're going to take these little tabs here and just fold them in the opposite direction. And your plane should look like this. Now we're ready to just fold this in half so that all these layers here go inside the plane. And we are ready to fold the wings. And the way you fold the wings is I like to start just a little bit back from the nose, and I'm pulling this edge down to right there. So I allow that to set my angle, and I'm going to crease all the way to the back, pulling this wing down at the same time. And you can see I'm landing this corner on the bottom edge, and I'm creasing almost all the way to the front of the plane. And that kind of determines my angle. And then I allow that angle to continue all the way to the back of the plane. And once you do one side, go ahead and flip it over and fold your other side to match. And your plane should now look like this. And we are almost done at this point. All we have to do are fold the winglets that go on the side. So I'm going to set this upside down here. And I'm going to make a winglet about this size. So my crease starts about here maybe. And I want that crease to run parallel to my center crease. And I'll just do one side. So let's see, that's going to look just about right. Once I do one side, I will go ahead and just open the wing up, flip it over, and fold the other side to match. I'm using that first wing as a guide here. And there you go. So once you open this up, give it just a little bit of a dihedral angle so that even when you let go of the plane, the wings angle up just slightly. And this plane fares best with a medium power throw. Don't throw it too hard or your wings will have trouble remaining rigid. And with that, good luck flying your plane.